because I'm never ever sure when we're going to start. So I'm just going to start talking now instead. And I'll wait for it to begin. Got some peanut butter in my mouth. There's an advert on my... Why is there an advert? Why is there an advert playing on my stream? It's unlisted. Go away, advert. There we go. There I am. Hello, everybody. Oh, we've got some comments already. The Selks. Finally, I have a day off that coincides. Hello, the Selk. Man, you fit. I like this pop because I know he's cursing. It actually worked all right today. I was late because I had peanut butter in my mouth. I had to go. You can't talk with peanut butter. Sam Thomas. Here we go. Hello, Sam. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hasn't caught up yet because there's more people you talking in the chat than there is that it tells me is there. Right. First and foremost, I'm sorry this took longer than I expected it to. We're just going to talk about everything here, as we always do. Don't necessarily like talking about this stuff in general public, but as I've said 1,000 times before, you guys aren't general public. You guys, we're a community. Sounds cheesy as shit, but it's true. Unfortunately, my granddad passed away over the weekend, which does suck, and it will affect certain things going forward, because he lives in Norwich, or he lived in Norwich, and that's miles away from me. But that's not this week, that's in the future. So we can talk about that. And yeah, it sucked. What can you do, right? It's death. We all have to deal with it. And he was 95 years old, so it's one of those things with a kind of logical or more sensible part of your brain, I guess, for lack of a better term. He's 95. If I get to 95, I'll be over the moon. But that did sort of delay this. I wanted to get this done on the Monday, but then I was running Sunday. I was running around trying to start some out. Then Monday, when we usually do this, I was in Sheffield, as we'd already talked about, so I thought I'd do this on Tuesday. Then I cracked my head open. I mean, I can show you on. I don't think it looks as good. I'll show you around. Let me turn my chair around. I don't think it looks as good on camera as it does. I don't know. I'll just show the back of my head, basically. You can see it. That should be long enough. That's the back of my head. I don't know what that looked like. You may not have even been able to see it, but I do have I have a welt. YouTube's going nuts and telling me the stream isn't working. It looks like it's working, so if you're having troubles, drop me a comment and we'll sort it out. But it looks fine for me. And I had to go get that sorted. I have to go tomorrow and get it sorted out. It doesn't actually look that bad. It looks kind of bad. I have to go to hospital tomorrow to get it. I have to get glued shut if you're interested. And it's weird because they say to you, "Oh, glue's better than stitches or staples because you don't have to come back and get them removed." Oh, I thought, great, we'll do that. Glue it and go, but you do have to go get it checked in a couple of days. Well, imagine the staples. I guess not. So yeah, I can tell. Don't. You won't. I'm just saying this to reassure myself. Don't go and say this anywhere else. But basically, what happened, and we're not going to play it like this because it's wrestling, right? But basically, what happened is Drake, the guy I'm feuding with in Defiant Wrestling, in case you don't know, I presume you do, but in case you don't, it was supposed to hit me in the back with a chair. It was all cool. We'd gone through it early in the day, no problems. And, things always happen when active bodies, right? That's all this was. So I went to hit a punch on Gabriel Kidd in the corner, and as I went, Drake had already swung, and that just shifted my body, and sort of the top rim of the chair wailed into me. Now, I'm not trying to sell you Access Defiant. Don't spend any... I think you get a 30-day free trial. I don't know if that's still going on, but don't do it if you don't want. If I can get footage, I'll send it to you. I don't think I can. But if you do like wrestling and you're happy to pay whatever the accident... It's not very much. It's like £7 a month or whatever. I mean, you do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. But if you really want to see something absolutely disgusting in pro wrestling, I strongly suggest you check this out. I've been told, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm told it looks horrendous, which is all great going for the future because it's going to make the match even better. I'm fine. I didn't get concussed. I was a bit like, no, I wasn't even woozy, but you know what it's like. So I had to get it sorted out yesterday. I have to go get it sorted out again tomorrow. But it's fine. But yeah, if you ever wanted to see me, the best thing as well, 30 or whatever it is years of watching wrestling, as soon as I put my hand to my back, and was on the back of my head and I was bleeding. The first thing I thought was not, am I okay? And it goes to show that all I'm not saying I'm a wrestler, but that wrestling mentality is nuts. The first thing I thought was, Miller, rub it all over your face. So I got a picture of my phone because after I had medical treatment, they said, "Oh, Simon, we've got to take some pictures." And I was like, yeah. I don't know if you can be able to see. Oh, excuse me. It's the oats I just ate. The problem is the stream is so far behind. I don't know if you can. I'll just hold it up for a little bit. I always struggle with this because I don't know if you can see it, but they took that. So we're going to go all in with this, and I actually think it may help going forward because it tells a great story. Anyway, so that's why everything is delayed. What I'm going to do is today, I know you've already seen it, I'm going to make the Games Media Brit Lists video live on the channel, just so that something's gone up there. And we're going to do the podcast later with the patron. You can't do it till this evening, which is fine. So I'll make sure that I upload that too. You can't really see it. I've just seen the picture bit. You can't really. It's my face covered in blood. We're going to do that. I want to get another video done this week, which is actually a serious one. I've got the idea written down, but basically the idea is all these people going nuts about first-person shooters going, it's not historical accurate. There's never been a first-person shooter in history that is historical accurate, so I want to do that because I'm quite passionate about it. Weekend Gaming I need to catch up on. I need to talk to Tom. Actually, I don't know when Tom watches this. Tom, my man, please drop me a line. I need to sort it out with you because, you know, and same with Andrew as well. The back of my head thing and my granddad threw me out a bit. But the ways and means you always get in contact with me, Facebook or Skype, drop me a line. Andrew, I need to get back to you, so that's fine. And we'll sort that out. Okay, that's enough waffle. My man, Dave, I was able to get live feed because mate was there. I could not see, but he typed furiously. He was really nice, your mate. He was really kind. So with his girlfriend, wife, I can't remember which one she was. They were both lovely, lovely people. And they spoke very highly of you as well, man. So yeah, that was really nice. I've got something on my mic. And hopefully I can meet you as well. Well, that'd be well weird if we met now, right? Because I feel like I know you anyway, which makes no sense. I guess it's just the way of things. Right. Let's do some questions. I haven't opened up. I've just realised I've not opened any of them up because I'm an idiot. So I like to do it. I like to be surprised. Publish drafts. There we go. It's that one. Oh, stupid Patreon is so bad. The back end absolutely sucks. Right. And also a VG247 video went up just now in case you want to watch that, which I had to do at an insane time in the morning just because I had so much other stuff going on. But whatevs. Such is life. Okay, we'll do Facebook first. My man Andrew, I think he just dropped me a Facebook message. I'm going to get back to you in a minute, Andrew, if you're watching. Metallica is doing a 6-song set that you get to choose. What songs would you pick? That is a question and a half. Okay. This is hard because it depends on my own experiences, right? I picked Spit Out of the Bone because I never saw it live, and I went to that show in October, and they did it the next night I didn't go to. Spit Out of the Bone. 1, because I never get enough of 1. Fade to Black, because I never get enough of Fade to Black. Creeping Death, because I don't play it that much anymore, and I've only seen it twice in the times I've seen them. And now I'm going to go niche for songs that I absolutely love. So, My Friend of Misery, because I've never heard that live, and The Unforgiven 3, which is a weird answer, but I want to see how they'd pull it off with, orchestra and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I do. But that would change after I'd seen that. But yeah, right now that's what I want to see. It would feel like a different gig as well. I've seen Metallica so many times. I love when they do the greatest hits, but it would make it sound exciting. Sam Thomas in the comments, what's your go-to karaoke song? If they've got Metallica on, I'll always do that. Otherwise, I like to bash out a bit of Bonnie Tyler because I'm that guy. I don't even drink. I do it sober because my thing has always been, if anyone comes out to me and goes, Miller, that was shit, I'd be like, yeah, it was. What were you hoping for? Also, I'm Nevernaught. Oh, I know. I didn't know that was your name. I didn't know those two came together. Use your real name if you want. You can use whatever you like. Sam/Nevernaught. Neil Dutton. Do you think NXT has a better set of entertainers than the main WWE roster, excluding The Undertaker and a couple of others? The rest seem a little dull. I think to a certain extent. I mean, Velveteen Dream fits into that category. Aleister Black kind of does in a weird way because he's got that kind of weird, moody persona, which I quite like. Andrade Cien Almas did before he left. Johnny Gargano and Ciampa do, although they're kind of more like your classic indie guys. Undisputed Era does. But if you went to the main roster, Samoa Joe, I know he comes across like that, but I love his gimmick and persona. I think he's an entertainer, Samoa Joe. I think he's awesome. Braun Strowman I'd put in that category. The New Day. But no, you're probably right. I think NXT, because it doesn't have to worry too much about the sort of mass appeal, that yes, they can get away with doing that kind of stuff a bit more. So I'd say yes, you're probably actually right. But we don't really have any gimmicks like The Undertaker anymore. I mean, we really don't. Would we ever again? Would they dare put someone in that position? Because it could die in 2018. But I would say yes. I would say probably NXT all round is better balanced in that sense. And you do have a lot of guys on the main roster that are just a dude. Although I love the B team. I don't care what anyone says. I love them. They make me laugh. They're absolutely brilliant. Danny McGregor, suppose that you have £10 with which to buy ingredients for a 3-course meal. What would you buy and what would you make? Suppose you have £10. Are we going cheap meal or are we going normal meal? That's the real question. So I have £10 to buy ingredients for a 3-course meal. What would you buy and what would you make? Well, let's just mix it all up. I fucking love nachos. No need to swear there. But I threw it in. So I mixed cheat with sort of clean eating, which just doesn't make any sense. It's a paradox. But yeah, I get nachos. So I buy a bag. But you can get cheat. You can buy a bag of nachos for like £1 if you wanted to. So I do that. I buy some cheese, about £1. Buy some guacamole. And I buy some sour cream. So let's say that's $3.50. I think you get all that for $3.50 if you went to some like shit place. So that's $3.50. My main meal, I'd have chicken. So that's like what? I only need 2 chicken breasts. So that's £3. That's £6. $6.50. I have sweet potato with it. You can get a sweet potato well cheap. So I'd say £7. And I have veg. Get veg well cheap. So $7.50. $8. And then I buy cheesecake for dessert. For £2. One of those goo ones. There you go. What a weird question. I like that question. That's good. I think I'd have to have a... what would I make, you said, as well, though? I wouldn't make... No, actually, I would probably make... I mean, throwing the thing out the window, I would make my own... I've tried to make my own cheesecake before, and it's basically 85% base. Don't know what I did. It was nice, though. But yeah, that's what I'd go for. I could make myself right now. I'm not very good at baking. I try it, and I like it, but it never really comes out well. But yeah, I do that, I think. My man Andrew, who I'm going to get in touch with in a second. Who do you think should be on the cover of WWE2K19? My personal vote is the New Day. Now, I like that, but I saw that mock one the other day with AJ Styles on it, and that just went, yep, that's where I think it should be. I understand there's an argument about why you shouldn't put AJ Styles on there, but I want to see AJ Styles on it. I don't know, it just look good, and I just think that'd be what a wonderful end to his journey. That's why I don't think he will get on there. But yeah, I'm going to go AJ Styles. That's what I'd like to see. Or Braun, which I think could actually be the one that gets on. But yeah. Has Roman Reigns been on? Probably. If not, they'll probably put Roman on it eventually. My man Dave, mate, Mrs. said you had a damn fine ass. Thank you. Do a lot of squats. Sam, as I know, Bethesda just announced that the Fallout they've been teasing is a new game. Well, a new Fallout game. Is it on Twitter? Let's go on Twitter. Let's do it live. There we go, let's do it live and see it right there. When the lightning has stopped and the fallout has settled, Fallout 76, the newest game from Bethesda Game Studios. See more at E3. I mean, I can watch this right now if you want to talk about it. Oh, they say that. I think I think it's done. It's done such good numbers. The video is just broken. So Fallout 7. So why are they going back to Fallout and not Elder Scrolls? I guess because Fallout probably. Oh no, that's right. What came out? Fallout 4 came last. That is weird. Fallout 76 though. I can click through the video, but I can't watch it. I mean, it'll be on YouTube, right? Surely. Let's leave Twitter. Goodbye. I don't know if this is what you want me to do. I can stop doing this if you want. Fallout 76, and that's from ages ago. Fallout 76 official teaser trailer. I'll turn the music down a little bit. You may hear it in the background. I'm going to have to turn this up. Actually, no, I'm going to have to watch it without sound because you'll be able to hear it. Okay, I'm just going to have it on the background now as we watch. Fallout 76, though. Does it mean 1976? I mean, it looks like a very... Oh, man, this is just not working. I think so many people are trying to watch this. It's just broken. Let me turn it up. Oh, no, it's working now. I mean, I'm surprised, and I'm surprised they've announced it so early, because it's E3's what, 2 weeks away? We're going to do loads for E3, by the way. We're going to wind some motherfuckers up. I don't know if I want a new Fallout game. I mean, admittedly, I don't know what they're going to do with it. Yeah, and as Man That You Fear says, same bloody engine. It certainly looks that way. I wanted something different. I guess it's an easy way to make money. I mean, I can't remember... Because most Fallout games are set in the future, but they have like an old school past. Is that right? I think that's right. I mean, I'm probably sniffing up the wrong end of the tree, but yeah, to me, 76 would be the year, but I'm probably not right at all. I just don't think I want to play another Fallout game. I feel like I need to do a video on this now. I'll think about it. I let my brain do its weird worrying. He's got Pip-Boy, he's got 76 written on the back. That's it, I think. That's the whole trailer. Meh. Maybe I'll do a stupid reaction video to that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But there we go. Breaking news on the Patreon Q&A. Vault 76 referencing other games. Okay, I'm not that. I like Fallout, but obviously I'm not that up with it. Andrew Williams, what are you most proud of? Interview question. Oh, I see. Like an interview question. I caught up with you. I'll be honest with you. This doesn't really count because obviously it's fresh in my mind. But I am damn proud about all the wrestling stuff at the moment. I'm not trying to blow smoke up my own ass. I'm hoping you all know me well enough to know that I'm not that way at all. But after the match on Monday, which airs this Saturday on Defiant, everyone said they were very surprised it was only my second match. Like, they thought for someone in a second match it was. And a lot of people said some really nice stuff. And I did go to the hospital with a big smile on my face thinking this means everything to me. I've fallen in love with it. I'm absolutely obsessed. Even with a nick on my back, I tell you this as well, don't tell anyone this, not telling anyone. I broke my toe. Someone fell on it. That's why I don't want to publicise it because I get it, wrestling politics. And also broken toe, you just wrap it up. So it makes no difference. You can still get on. But yeah, even with all of that, and I got a mark on my neck. I think it's this side. I don't know if you can see it or not. I don't care. I love it. My shoulders don't work anymore, but I do not care. So yeah, that's that's the truth. There's one more for Andrew as well. Living at the Age of the Reboot. I just watched Cobra Kai season, thought it was excellent. Now I've heard it's good. We don't get YouTube Red over here in England, so I have to torrent it. And that's such a hassle. I do want to watch Cobra Kai, the Karate Kid remake. I love the Karate Kid. Oh, you can see my little weird mark. I've just seen it caught up. Good. But yeah, I want to see it, so hopefully I can catch up with it. Right, over to the Patreon questions. Josh Tilbury, sorry to hear about your granddad, man. Thought to with you and your family. It's very nice, Josh. I appreciate it. Not going to lie, it did whip my ass. Is still whipping my ass. But, I mean, it's life. It just is life. You just kind of have to accept it as we go. Question, not seeing anything of Prince Amin before. Who is he and have you done anything with him in preparation for your match? So Prince Amin is a UK indie guy. I think Defiant have given him, or WCPW as it was before, gave him his proper first exposure. I mean, he's been shooting shows before that. He's just a really nice dude and a really good wrestler. I didn't come up with anything with any of the people for the day. Throughout the day, it changed 4 times, which I don't mind. But for a nervous guy, which I was, because I'm still getting used to it, I was like, oh. But, I think the finish changed a good at least twice or 3 times. But yeah, he's just an indie wrestler, loves what he does. He's more character than sort of in-ring guy, which he's be the first person to tell you. But he's very funny, very nice dude. Said some wonderful things to me both before and after. Was easy to work with. Understood how to, get the crowd going. So yeah, he's just one of these local indie guys that you may not have heard of, and you watch a show and you go, oh, there he is. And I don't know them all, and no one knows them all because there's loads of indie dudes. But yeah, we chatted about everything beforehand because I was nervous. We went through it more than I think they would have done usually. But I was like, let's keep going through it. I'm a bit worried about watching it back. I'm very critical of myself, but we'll see. But yeah, that's who Prince is. Just he was solid to me even before I was like doing wrestling when I was just doing the WCPW stuff or What Culture stuff, I should say. So yeah, he's a good bro. Udavir, my condolences to you and your family. That's very kind, man. Thank you. What's your favourite place that you travel to, and what's one place that you would love to go to? Oh man. I went to Vancouver once. That was amazing. Canada is a lovely place. I always like going to America just because I'm that kind of guy. Where else have I been that I really liked? That's a good question. I don't know. Not LA. I can tell you that LA's all right. I went to Florida. That was really nice. I'm just going through my head now, places that I've been. I think Japan was probably my favourite place, but just because it was so alien to everything else that I knew. Like, you do genuinely feel like an alien out there because no one talks English, You're sort of a white guy surrounded by non-white guys. But I like that. I like the exposure. I like feeling, that kind of thing. In Japan, maybe. I think it was just an experience, and I like experience. Otherwise, I love Berlin because I'm a World War II guy. So I love going and watch all that stuff. Man, if in the comments, I enjoyed the comments on the Battlefield video, by the way. Some serious sort of start on the go. So that Battlefield video is, at the moment, it's like 341 likes to 750 dislikes. The best thing is, they're all going nuts at me without realising it's exactly what I tended to do. So it made me happy anyway. Anthony Fear, sorry to hear your loss. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Your next musing should do with coping with loss. That's not a bad idea. I will do it. Did you get enough for Dark Souls? Well, no, but we're going to do it anyway. Because I thought you guys would like it, but I thought I made sure I treat it like somewhat of a promotion. But no, we are going to do it. I want to get God of War done first, which is what's on my plate this week. It's all done, and then we'll get into Dark Souls. Hopefully, I can get some streaming stuff. It's much prefer to stream it because it's more immediate, but we can sort it out. But thank you for your words. But Dark Souls is a go. Yes, we'll probably start that next week, I think. But yeah, we'll do it. And I'm literally going to call it a man who hates Dark Souls play Dark Souls. Why mess with a formula? The Selks. Will we ever get wrestling up here in Scotland? Be a good chance for me to wear my Miller t-shirt. Well, the Selks, I will keep this between us. Yes, that got organised the other day. I won't tell you who, I won't tell you when, because I don't want to say anything until I know for sure. But within the next few months, I am indeed coming to Scotland to do a wrestling show. So yes, is the answer to that question. Yes, you can. Crouton, hey Simon, condolences to you and yours in this awful time. I know losing a loved one is always tough no matter the circumstances. Thank you, dude. And wonderfully, we've got loads of questions here. I'm instantly excited. I like it when people do this. But yes, thank you for your kind words. Right, let's do it. What other sports do you follow outside of wrestling? Who are your favourite teams, athletes? I like football. I follow Arsenal and Luton. I'll watch rugby international games. Not massively interested in sort of club games. Not for any other reason. I just prefer international games, and watching sport is time consuming. I hate cricket. I can tell you that. Don't like cricket. Always love athletics or Olympic events. So any kind of meet, I guess, is the right word to say it. I love track events too. So I always watch stuff like that. If the Winter Olympics is on, I'll check it out because I find it fascinating. I wouldn't say that I follow it. I mean, football is the main one. I mean, of course it is. I like boxing as well. I like boxing, MMA, martial arts, UFC, all that kind of stuff too. My boxing knowledge is probably better than my UFC knowledge. I know a lot about UFC, but then you meet a guy that really knows. You're like, I don't know fucking anything. But yeah, I like combat sports. Otherwise, I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else that springs to mind. Yeah. Were you interested in the pomp and circumstance around the royal wedding? No, because I live like 5 minutes from Slough, where I live, is 5 minutes from Windsor, which is weird because Slough's a dump and Windsor's really nice. Ruined my life. I couldn't even park, and I don't even live close. I watched it on TV out of intrigue, but no, I don't really. Look, people love it. Good for them. Like, I never talk down to anybody what they like. But no, I'm not really into the royal. Not into them. I just don't really. The royals aren't my thing. Like, if I got invited to meet the Queen, it wouldn't feel like a big deal to me. I'm not saying it's not. I would just be like, I don't know why I'm getting to meet the Queen in this situation, but yeah, it wouldn't. Yeah, so I mean, I watched a little bit of it, but afterwards, I don't really care. I prefer South Park's version of Royal Weddings. That's what I like. What was the first podcast that you listened to that made you think, hey, I can do this? The One Up Show from about 10 years ago, if not more, probably 15 years ago now. They're 12 years ago. With, let me see if I can remember their names. Luke Smith, who last I checked worked at Bungie. Shane Bettenhausen, who last I checked worked at Sony. Garrett Lee, was it? Garrett Lee. He went on to Shaq News. I don't remember the fourth guy, which is terrible. There was 4 of them. Oh, Jonathan Davies. Of course I remember Jonathan Davies, a big UK video game guy. I think he works at IGN now. But yeah, One Up was the first podcast I ever listened to, and I was like, this is amazing. Genuinely funny, interesting, different. I think a lot of people would say that. I think they kind of laid the groundwork in a lot of ways for many video game podcasts. But yeah, that one. I loved that. I believe you stated before that God of War is one of your favourite games. How did this latest entry in the series hit you? I love it. I think it's great. I still actually think the kid's a bit redundant, to be honest. I don't think we needed him there to do what, Santa Monica Studio decided he should do. But he's not bad, and he does grow, and he does tie into the plot. Do I prefer it to the old games? Probably not. I love the presentation of this one, and it looks amazing, and it sold well, so brilliantly. But no, I think I preferred how the old games played. But I still like this one very much, yes. I think it's great, and it's a great return for that franchise that now seems to have a bigger fan base than ever, and I think Kratos is amazing. So yeah, I loved it. I thought it was a really good game. 9 out of 10, I would give it. If somebody wanted me to score it, I think it's a 9 out of 10. Do you have any favourite books, be they traditional or comic? Would you consider starting a monthly book club? I've wanted to join a book club for ages. I love reading. I wouldn't say I have any favourite books. I just kind of like reading whatever comes across my radar. So, ages ago I read The Shawshank Redemption, The Green Mile, because I love the movies, and I thought, screw it, I'll do it. I'm reading the first Harry Potter book now, because someone said, you should read it, you may like it. Actually don't, but, I'm happy to do it. Read a book on O.J. Simpson, of course I did. Reading a book about World War maps. So I'm a bit weird with books. I kind of jump around all over the place. But I love reading, and I would love to start a book club if I could figure out how, or join one at least. I think I'd rather join one. I don't want to be in charge. But yeah, no, I love it. I'm trying to think of any. I used to read a lot of comics, all the Batman ones, Year One, Dark Knight Returns. I can't even remember. I got loads. I stopped in sort of my mid-20s though, because it's getting a bit out of hand. But I do have a big box at my parents' house just full of comics and graphic novels. But yeah, I used to read all the Batman ones. I used to love them. What be your favourite movie you've seen this year? Favourite movie I've seen this year? I tell you what I did like, surprisingly, A Quiet Place. I went to see that and I thought that was really good. So yeah, Quiet Place. I wouldn't say it's my favourite this year. I loved Avengers. Too long, but I thought Avengers was awesome. I've got an unlimited card because I love the movies as well. But now I can't think of anything that I've seen. I went to see Rampage. It was fine. It was funny. It was what it was. I need a list of movies that have come out. I can't remember now. But yeah, The Quiet Place surprised me, definitely. I thought that was awesome. I liked it, yeah, Avengers. I can't think. I've seen so many movies. That's the problem. I'll have a think. I'm sure it will pop in. Would you rather fight 25 10-year-olds or 10 25-year-olds? Oh, man, 10 25-year-olds. Because the odds are 10 25-year-olds are going to be the people in the comments going, I don't want women in my... I can just beat them up for real. My strategy would just be to point over there and go, look, it's a woman in a war game. And then, huh? And then I just take them by surprise. Oh, dear. Those people. Are you a cord cutter, or do you prefer traditional pay cable television? I'll tell you this, man. I've got TV. I do pay for TV. I don't know why, though. I never watch television. I literally only turn my television on, which I'm looking at now, to play games or do streaming on Netflix or something. Don't watch TV. It's because, and this make me sound mental. I don't mean it to make it sound mental. I don't think anyone that watches TV is stupid or anything. I find it boring. There's other more creative stuff that I could be doing. I'm that guy. I'm that schmuck. But yeah, I don't watch too much TV. I watch sport. But yeah, I don't watch much TV. So I guess I am a weird cord cutter in the sense I have cut it, but not. If you got to plan the perfect cheat day, what would each meal of the day consist of? Right, this is easy. Wake up, have a milkshake straight away. Then have some form of pancakes, preferably blueberry, but chocolate trip is good too, with some whipped cream on it. Love that shit. Then some kind of big sort of sandwich-based lunch. Doesn't matter what's in the sandwich. Depends how I felt. Like a steak sandwich or a cheese sandwich with a bag of crisps and a big drink. Like, I don't know, a Fanta or something like that. I never drink fizzy drinks, but I fucking love Fanta. Then I want some kind of snack. Kind of snack like a chocolate bar, Yorkie, that biscuit and raisin bar. Yeah, give it to me. Have that. And then for dinner, just one badass pizza. The biggest pizza you could find me, followed by some form of dessert, probably a cheesecake and ice cream. And then before I went to bed, just some sweets or a bag of chocolate or something like that. I just love eating. I love eating. Eating makes me happy. Let's get right into my personal life here. I don't care. I love you all. I'm seeing this girl at the moment. She's very nice. And I think I think she thinks I'm nuts. Because what do you want to do? Eat? All the time. But yeah, I love it. I could eat till the cows come home. And donuts as well. Throw donuts into that day. I love donuts. Thomas Beasley's arrived. Hello, Thomas. Good to have you with us. What's your favourite fast food or takeaway restaurant? Domino's. Domino's all day long. What's your favourite dessert or snack? Cheesecake or ice cream? Snack, I like raisins. I quite like eating raisins. These are good. I like questions like this. They make me happy. Would you rather walk, run, or bike for an hour? Walk, because I've got bad knees. If you could spend a week doing whatever you wanted on an all-expenses paid vacation in the UK, what would you do? Well, I like history. I like historical sites. And there's some nuclear bunkers in the UK I'd like to see. So I'd like to go somewhere that had history castles. I fucking love castles. So somewhere with history castles and maybe some more modern history. I don't know where this place would be. Maybe somewhere in Scotland or something like that. They've got good castles. But yeah, something that tied into something historical, and castles are a huge plus. I love castles. If you could... Oh, we just did that one. Oh, no, it's different. If you could spend a week doing whatever you wanted on all expenses paid vacation to any country in the world, where would you go and what would you do? Country. At the moment, probably somewhere in Eastern Europe, and yeah, a big World War II thing. So I'd like to start on sort of Normandy beaches and then just go across. So probably something like that, I think I'd like to do. It's not really one country, because I'd cross I'd go France, Belgium, Spain. I'm just going to be going all over the place. But yeah, Berlin, Germany. That's what I'd like to do, yeah. I mean, I'm saying I'm doing that for ages and I haven't done it, but I would like to. What are some hobbies you've always had an interest in but never had the time or resources to try out? Now, this is going to make me sound like an asshole, but it doesn't exist. Because if I want to do something I'm interested in, I just go and do it. Like I wanted to go trampolining the other week, so I just went. So there's actually nothing like piano. I just started learning piano because I learn piano. So there's not actually one that at the moment I haven't crossed off. I'll always go give it a go. Like I thought I'd like climbing. Went climbing. Don't like climbing. Not for me. Have I been to Bletchley Park? Says Thomas Beasley. I think I have. I have to look it up. Yeah, I swear I went there a few years ago. I'll check. It's the birthplace of the first computer. I have been there. Yes, I've seen that. The Celts get up to Edinburgh. We've got a bunker, a castle, and at least 2 dominoes. I thought Edinburgh in Scotland was good for that stuff. I'll be there. I'll absolutely be there. Adavir, what's your favourite junk food to eat? Pizza is not a sensible answer because everyone says pizza. You're right. If not pizza, some kind of dirty chicken like KFC, all that kind of. I love that shit. Yeah, I love. Or just donuts. Is that counts, right? Junk. I love donuts and ice cream, man. Oh, donuts and ice cream are the best. That's all of it. Thank you, man. I liked all those questions. That was really good. And thank you for your kind words as well. Josh Tilbury, me again. That's right, dude. You can ask as many as you want. Who in WWE currently is your all-rounder in ring work and mic work? Samoa Joe. Straight off the bat, he's perfect, especially last night on SmackDown, great. Mine would be Kevin Owens, solid in the ring, great on the mic, can be a heel or face, interacts with the crowd, shouts abuse at Michael Cole, and also had a great debut against Cena. Yeah, and I think for all those reasons and more, just Samoa Joe at the moment, but I think Kevin Owens is a great shout as well. But to me, Samoa Joe feels like he's up with momentum at the moment, whereas I think Kevin Owens had his time and he's dipped, and he'll come back up eventually. But yeah, Samoa Joe. Katrina May, I'm so sorry to hear about your loss, Simon. My thoughts are with you. That's lovely. You're all lovely people. Also, I'm super excited to see you wrestle. That's lovely as well. You'll do so well. Thank you. Do you watch any American sport other than wrestling, like NFL, NBA, or baseball? So here's the thing. I used to love NFL. I used to love it, but I just couldn't at the crazy times. It's actually better these days. This was years ago. I fell out with it, and I haven't caught up with anything. Like I don't know. I know New England because that's the thing. I predicted New England were going to win that Super Bowl back in 2005, whenever it was. And it was not 2005, long before that, 2002, whenever it was. That one they first won. I actually put a bet on it, and I won because that's how much I was into it. I used to love it, but then I fell out. NBA I've never really watched. I would like to give it a go because the playoffs are going on at the moment. And same with baseball. Baseball used to be on Channel 5 at like 1 in the morning. And I used to watch it. I really like baseball. I like the slow-paced nature of it. So I definitely want to get back into the NFL. I say this every year. But I think once the season kicks off in a couple of months, I'm going to try and get into it again. I used to try and follow the Green Bay Packers. I don't know why. I just picked them randomly. They're not doing... I can't remember if they're doing well or not, actually, at the moment. I know they had a bad season I don't know. There's no point pretending I do. And NBA, I want to get into, yeah. Baseball, I think I can take or leave. I'd like to go to a baseball game one day. I've never been. But I do want to get into that stuff. I like American sports. I like the way they're presented. I like the presentation. So, yes, is my answer. And I'll let you know if I do. And if you've got any advice how to get into NBA, especially, I know, apart from the rules and the game, I know nothing about NBA. Wouldn't even know where to start. Udavir, by the way, I'm from India, and how cool is it, even though that we're from different cultures and places, I can support you with a monthly contribution just because I mutual love for wrestling. Dude, no word of a lie, it blows my brain every day. And I say this all the time, but every time I get a new pledge or I talk to you guys in here, I go away feeling like $1 million because I'm like, what a great little community we've created. So it is awesome. So yeah, I totally agree. Manny Fear cheese and jam sandwich. I like that shit, man. I'm with you. Sam Thomas, Packers only do well when Rodgers has an arm. See, I know what that means. So I haven't fallen out completely, but yeah, I'm with that. Mariam, I'm so sorry about your loss. It's very hard to deal with the loss of a loved one. Here's some silliness to hopefully cheer you up. Thank you, Mariam. Thank you to everybody. Like, it's weird. I never really would have talked about this stuff personally, but I think it actually does help. I can understand it now. It's nice. A problem shared is a problem halved. What's your biggest kitchen fail? I drop eggs all the time. And have you ever tried to clean an egg up? It is hard because it just like congeals and goops on the floor. So that happens a lot. That pisses me off. My dad once cooked chips. Didn't burn them, but it still came out black. Explain that. Have you ever sent a text to the wrong person and had you almost shitting yourself? Yeah. I won't say the name. I don't think he'll ever see this, but just in case he does, I don't talk to him anymore, really. An old friend of mine, we'll call him Battery. And I was texting Battery and he was winding me up. He was being a bit silly. And I meant to text another friend saying, oh, Battery is really pissing me off. And you know what I did? I sent it to him. And I had to pretend like, oh, I was just joking around, haha. He bought it, or at least he chose to buy it, but it was awful. I basically told him he was an idiot to his face. It's more for me, because you shouldn't say things behind people's back that you shouldn't say to their faces. This was about 10 years ago, but I've always remembered, whenever they asked me that question, I remember doing that and just wanted to die. If you could create a holiday, what would it be called? Oh, I see. Like Christmas. Protein day. Because then everybody would get each other protein and it'd make me feel a bit better how much protein I eat. So yeah, protein day. I'd love protein day. Good old protein day. Have you ever jump screamed in a movie theater? Yeah. I'm a giant baby. Everything scares me. Everything. So it's too many times to mention. If something's meant to make me jump, I jump. What did I watch? End of last, I can't remember. The Boy or something like that. It was not even scary, but if it meant, I jumped just because I'm just that way inclined, I guess. But it's so much, and it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. But is it? It isn't. It isn't. But yes, a lot. What is something that we don't know about you? I don't have a nail on my right big toe. It's true. I dropped a weight on it in 2014, around the end of 2014. I dropped a nail on it. I dropped a weight on it. Obviously, it broke off and it never grew back. And no one knows why. It just never grew back. So I don't have... So sometimes when I do sports, I have to wrap up my toe to protect it. So there you go. Now you know. What has someone said that left you completely speechless, stupid, or inspirational? Your choice. A lot of times when I meet people, they say stuff that I can't believe. Anyone that ever says to me, you know, I did this and it's because you said that, I do that for about 5 minutes. Because that blows my brain. It's lovely and it's humbling and it makes me feel wonderful about the world. But it's also, I guess it's because the way my natural nature, I find it incredible that I could have that effect on it. Even right now, I just had a moment there. The fact that I'm just sat here in my living room talking to you guys and there's actually people that want to hear this. There you go, look. It's amazing. What's the dumbest nickname a partner has given you? Well, my partner, Lindsay, from about 15 years ago, used to call me Stoop. No, Stomps. She was Stoop. She was Stoop because she was stupid. It was a good relationship. No, actually was. She had a good sense of humour. And I was Stomps. Why was I Stomps? I can't remember now, but I was called Stomps. Don't tell her that. I can't remember the cute nickname she'd given me. But otherwise, I haven't been in that many relationships where people give me nicknames. I like Twat Boy. No, I'm joking. That's not true. Thomas Beasley. Pour salt on the raw egg. It conceals and makes it easy to scoop up. Dude, if this works, I'm going to come give you a hug. I liked all those, Mariam. They're really good. Oh, you got one more. Sorry. Also, I've recently finished a very stressful finals week. Well, congratulations. That is stressful. That's awesome. How do I celebrate? Just go crazy. You're free. Drink if that's your thing. Eat if that's your thing. Go to movies. Go out with friends. Watch wrestling. Yeah, do it all. I like that. Congratulations. Let me know how you get on. I hope you did really well. Robert Schmidl, no question. Just want to say sorry to hear about your granddad dying. Hope he had a full life and you get to remember him with your family. Thank you, man. I will say this. I'm a Jew, in case you don't know. I've had 4 grandparents. 2 have been Jewish, 2 have been Christian. Some you take for that for what it's worth. So the order, in case you ever wondered, there is a point to this. My Jewish nan died, then my Christian nan died, then my Jewish granddad died. I've been to other funerals as well, obviously, but you know, in terms of personal family, because Jewish people bury people. Literally, you die on it's like a Craig David song. You die on a Monday, you in the ground by Tuesday. They don't muck around, and it's also there's not much ceremony there. It's very pragmatic. That sounds horrible, but I actually prefer it in the way I am as a person. I've only been to one Christian funeral, which was for my nan, and I found that really hard. Because of the emotion and the melancholy is not a word, but the emotion that comes around it. They have sad music, there's a ceremony, people say things, and it is more. I don't know why I'm talking about this now. What did you say to make me think this? Oh yeah, remembering, yeah. So, but I also think maybe in one sense you remember them more in that moment that you would have done otherwise. But yeah, that's just an aside. There you go. There's some more stuff you didn't know about me. Morgan Williams, I'm sorry for your loss, Miller. Never an easy thing. Thank you, man. My question is, have you ever been to Canada? And if you ever find your way to Vancouver, the first protein shake is on me. Well, firstly, thank you very much. That's awesome. 2, amazing. We talked about it. I have been to Vancouver. It's 2007. It was my first ever video games press trip, and I loved it. I loved Vancouver. I thought it was amazing, and I definitely want to go back. Just remember, I got a cut on the back of my head and touched the back of my head, you fucking idiot. That really hurt. Yes, I love it. I want to go back. I've never been on holiday there, so I'd like to, and I absolutely will, man. That would be great. That would be great. A man that you've heard, how's your head? It's fine. It just really hurts, but I won't lie. Now that I know that I'm okay and that there's no lasting damage and it's been glued shut and blah 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 blah, it's my I'm kind of excited to see the fallout from it after Saturday because I think it may work. I'm just checking my wound. Yeah, it's fine. So yeah. Yeah, it's just fine. It's good. I love it. I love being a wrestler. Oh, there we go. Man that you fear. Miller, vaping was the issue with my narcolepsy. I've had to quit for 100% better. That's fantastic. I'm vaping. How interesting. Well, look, as long as it works, man. Good for you. Good for you. My phone does nothing. Where am I? I've lost the Selks. Any recommendations for an inspirational speech to listen to? Doing Tough Mudder in 2 weeks and trying to motivate myself. Have you seen the Arnie one? I don't know what you type in. I can't do that. I'll tell you what to type in. I think if you type in Arnold Schwarzenegger motivational, that should work. But it's a specific one. I don't know which. I think it's the one by Portal of Awesome 2. It's just called... It's just called Arnold Schwarzenegger's motivational speech. It's got almost 4 million views. There's another one below it called Arnold Schwarzenegger Motivation 6 Rules of Success, but I think it's that one. Yeah, and there's another one as well, Goldcast. These are Arnold Schwarzenegger's 5 Rules for Success. That's good too. Most of his are good, but yeah, hunt those down. I think. And good luck with the Tough Mudder as well. That will be cool. And also, that's all the questions. We've done them. We smashed them. Sweet. Right. I am going to go and get videos done. Obviously, that's what I do. Podcast will be up late tonight because I've got a Patreon on, which is fine. No problem. Just let you know in case you wonder what it is. It'll be there. Catch up with the week in gaming. I'm going to do that FPS video. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Keep in touch. Let me know. If you're meant to come on the podcast, please drop me a line. We can sort that out. Keep smiling. And most importantly this week, thank you to everyone for all the kind words of support with my wrestling and all the condolences for my granddad. I think that's lovely. You didn't know him. To come out and say sorry for your losses is wonderful. And it is going to suck. I'm kind of in that period between when he passed away and the funeral where you can kind of forget about it because that's how brains work. But I think that he would love it that this was a thing. He wouldn't understand it because he's a 95-year-old man, but I think that we'd love it. So thank you very much. I love this community. I really do. We all remember how I was a few months ago. I've completely come out of that now, and I think a large reason for that was having this. So thank you to everybody. And yeah, keep kicking ass. We'll do another one of these next week. Any questions? Drop me a line. And just thank you. Thank you for being good people. And I'll see you soon. I need to end like a proper video. I'm an idiot. What do I push? That.